Welcome back, friends and family, to His Blended Country. I'm here with another video for y'all. It's a DIY project I've been wanting to do here for an egg stand. So I've been watching reels on Instagram and this idea popped up, and I followed her a little bit and saw how she has a little egg stand down at the end of her driveway. And that's where she can just start offloading a bunch of the eggs that she has produced to be able to sell in the neighborhood. Well, for the past 2 months, we've put up signs in the neighborhood to allow people to purchase eggs from us. It's actually all the proceeds and stuff are for my kids. So I've given them a project where they tend to the chickens, or actually just give them water and collect the eggs every day, mostly every day. And they gather them up, and we've been getting calls throughout the neighborhood from friends and family to purchase those eggs. So that's been working. Actually, the wheels are rolling on that, getting calls here and there. And we've got pretty good, steady production going with selling those eggs. Well, with that being said, I think it's going to be a little bit easier being able to put a stand out here instead of us having to drive it throughout the neighborhood, which just trying to show the kids responsibility. But this is going to make it easier. I think the other night I ended up delivering eggs all the way up to like 9 o'clock, and it wasn't horrible. Good people, they were across the lake and they just forgotten, and they needed the eggs for the next day for their kids' EOG. They wanted to give them a good breakfast and all that stuff, and they just forgotten. So no harm, no foul on that. I actually enjoyed being able to give them some eggs, seeing a smile on the face. But what we're going to end up doing is hopefully this egg stand will work out pretty well, where we can just supply the eggs at the end of the street and let people come in as they please, and they can come. It'll be all honor system. Come in there, get their eggs, put their money in there. I might even put my little Venmo up there. I've been getting some Venmo from some of the neighbors, and then all that money goes straight to the kids. They split it 50-50. So just trying to get them some form of money as they can earn on themselves, and show that you work, you earn some money, and have them some spending change. So with that being said, this video is going to be about building that egg stand. So what I have here is actually old doors off of my building that I had. I actually purchased it from down the street, and I had to put new doors. If you look back here, I put new doors because the bottom of these old ones were rotted out. I didn't throw these old doors away. I ended up taking them down to the land and storing them away for a couple of weeks. And I went down there. I had a couple pallets down there that I got from Tyler Ricketts, and I thought, well, let me see if I can build it out of pallets and these doors. So I cut off the bottom of the doors where there was rot at the bottom of them, so it's still pretty good wood. My plan is, in my brain, is having the pallet, a tall pallet for the back of the stand. I got these 2 doors. They're going to act as the walls on each side, and then I want to have another small pallet in the front, and that way they'll be able to just 4-wall, and I don't have to do a lot of cutting, and I don't have to do a lot of building. All I have to do is like screw these pieces together. And then inside that, we'll end up sticking a cooler in there, and then I'll let Harbor and Hudson, I think Harbor will want to do it, decorate it however she wants to. I was going to have them paint all that, but she's going this weekend, and I don't know when the next time she'll be back to be able to do all this until school's out. So I wanted to go ahead and get this in production, get it started, and see where it goes. But I'll bring y'all along for the ride, and hope y'all enjoy this. So y'all stay tuned. All right, day 2. Finished up what I could last night before I got to dinner, and I think I put about 45 minutes into getting up to this point. So finally got a sturdy wall on this side. I was able to put a little, it's actually serves 2 purposes. It's a brace for the front and to the back for the wall, but I've also have it angled to be able to put the little sheet metal I'm gonna put on top of it to secure it. Second wall here on the side. The back, remember it was a pallet, but fortunately this is the first time I've ever seen it. This pallet, all the boards were screwed in. They had gapping in them, so I was able just to back them off the screws, and then I pushed them up flush together. So they're all tight together up here to make this back wall. All the ones that I've taken down from the rear, those are gonna help me with this front part. So I'll put like a 2x10 on the bottom so I can pick it up with pallet forks with a tractor and it won't mess up. But then I have the rest of these boards, I have about 5 of them. So I'm gonna stack those on the front, so that's gonna be the little front wall half, and then it's gonna have a flat part right here where I can sit the cooler in and put the eggs in it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I might get into, I got some spare paint, use that to go ahead and paint up the side walls, and probably put a tin roof on the top. So yep, I'll let y'all watch me mess with this. So put on time lapse. Y'all stay tuned. Alrighty, it's 9:30 and just been piddling. See, I got the front up here, trying to figure out the height I want for a cooler. So I'm gonna wait to finish up putting the cooler in and a little tabletop on top of it. But right now, I'm actually just gonna paint. So I'm gonna turn on some music, and now I'm going to just paint the trim. I'm going to paint it white. I have leftover paint from my building that I painted, so it's going to end up looking the same as my building with the white trim and the gray doors. So that'll wind out tonight. Y'all stay tuned. All right, so there you have it. Finished one side, just a trim. I'm gonna do the other side, and I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm not gonna bore you with the other side. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned. So there you have it, guys. All completed, and it cost me $0. Everything you see here I had already here at the house or down at the land, some scrap wood, and had the cooler, basket. I mean, everything. This is $0. The dollies are what I used for moving my building last summer. So that's only going to help me to move it down to the street, and then I'll just pull them out from under there. The only thing I did put money into this was a little lockbox. So I got this from Amazon for 25 bucks. So technically I've got 20 bucks invested in this, 25 bucks invested in this. But here it is. So the kids will hopefully man this. They'll bring the eggs out daily and be able to collect their own money. This is for carton returns, egg carton returns, and if we got any extra vegetables this year that we want to, we can put them out here. Time frame for this is probably about 3 hours total, 3.5 hours total putting this together. So Thank you again, guys, for watching, and as always, stay tuned.